Well, now to a story that's weighing so heavy on many parents' minds this morning. 16 schools in Jeffco will officially close and consolidate with other schools next school year.
Yeah, Jefferson County School Board voted unanimously last night, and this comes amid a budget deficit and more than a decade of declining enrollment.
So with us now we have Principal Tom Szczesny from Powderhorn Elementary in Littleton. Your school is set to get students from Colorado Elementary also in Littleton. Thank you so much for talking with us this morning. Of course, a huge decision here. I know a lot of people are going to be impacted, not just the families, but you and your teachers and staff. So tell us first off, how are you preparing to make that transition as smooth as possible for the new kids coming in, the kids who are already there?
Well, as soon as the recommendation was made, we started thinking about the potential that it could happen and preparing to build relationships with the families at Colorado. And even over the last few months, I've gone over and done coffee at the school. We've done tours here at Powderhorn for Colorado families to start to build those relationships and show them the great opportunities and experiences that'll be available here at Powderhorn. And then there's just, been immediately out staff and families here were interested in being able to support the transition as well. And now with this final vote, we'll continue to work together as a across the school communities to make a single unified community throughout the rest of the winter and into the spring to plan transition events and make sure that students know their teachers, that the families know each other, and that everybody feels connected when we start school next August.
Yeah, walk us through, if you could, the emotions from an educator's perspective. I mean, teaching right now is already a tough profession. Obviously, you want to make sure that your current staff is comfortable with the new kids coming in, and also that some teachers from Colorado potentially have a chance to combine. What does that process look like?
Yeah, I would say that, the number one thing for us here at Powderhorn is just the empathy and just the sort of feeling for the Colorado community and the community of all these schools. All the educators in those buildings have invested so much into the students and into those communities. We know how much we invest here at Powderhorn. And it's a very difficult decision. Nobody wants to close schools, right? So we really do empathize with those communities because we know how difficult it is. So more than anything, what we're thinking about right now is just the teachers and the families at Colorado and just the care that we have for them, right? Which is why we are so focused then on making sure that the transition we have from there is very supportive. There's processes being set up for teachers from these schools to have opportunities to work in other schools in Jeffco, and those things will play out over the course of the winter. But I would say, as my staff is thinking about next year, they know that we'll do that work in the months to come in the way I was describing. But this morning in particular, we're really just thinking of the students and the families and the staff at Colorado and all the schools.
Well, I know that a lot of planning is still ahead, but one of the things we've heard a lot from these meetings is that the smaller schools just can't offer the same quality of education as they can at the schools when more students are there. So what do you hope to be able to offer now at Powderhorn that maybe some kids have been missing out on?
Well, they do a great job. Those teachers work very hard at those schools, but there are certainly just some experiences and opportunities that because of that they just don't have the opportunity to access, right? And so, for example, here at Powderhorn, we have 4 full-time AMPed teachers. That would be art, music, physical education, and technology. And so they can be in the building and get to know the students as they move from K to 5 for 6 years. And as a matter of fact, they've been working very hard over these last few days to plan our Veterans Day assemblies. And so some of those opportunities and experiences around AMP aren't quite the same in the smaller schools just because they can't staff them in the same way. So when we think about the importance of attending to the whole child and that well-rounded education, having a student be able to go to art class or find their love of music, those things are really important. And we're really proud of what we do in that space at Powderhorn. And that would just be one example of the way that programming and experiences for students to provide for that well-rounded education, we're going to be able to do as a result of this decision for all students in Jeffco.
Tom, what's the mascot at Powderhorn?
The Panthers.
The Panthers. So
Panthers.
Ready to make everyone feel like a Panther, I guess. I know this is going to be hard for the kids who kind of identify with their other school.
Yes, it is. And I've been obviously reflecting on this a lot. And in some ways, this changes everything, right? As we build a single unified community, you have to think about it. Like, what do we do as a school to welcome those families? And in that sense, it changes nothing, because I wake up every day thinking about how we make kids connected, how we make sure that kids feel seen and heard and valued and respected every day. And that work doesn't change, right? We just have to make sure that we're being very thoughtful about how Colorado families understand as they come here to Powderhorn and become Panthers, that we are doing that work, and we're doing that work with them moving forward.
Yeah, sounds like you're already well underway in that thought. So Principal Tom Szczesny from Powderhorn Elementary, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.